Hey everybody, how's everybody holding out so far? That's great, there's only 75 more comics to go. I should get this off my chest right before I get started. I am originally from Hamilton, Ontario, and I've only lived in Belleville for just a little under a year. When I first moved to town and people asked me where I was from, I'd say Hamilton. I would very often be called a hockey thief and yet be spat at. I don't follow sports, I didn't really understand. I think at least somebody in Hamilton owes you people some cows. Thank you for not throwing knives at me. So, yeah, I went to the dentist the other day and I was actually running a little bit late. Maybe this has happened to you. Very quickly, I run in, I check in at the front desk, I sit down, I go to pull out my phone so I can play a game while I'm waiting, and then I realize I can't find my phone, it's not in my jacket. And I started thinking, oh no, where is my phone? It's probably on the passenger seat in the car. Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine, I'll get it in a little while. Wait a minute, did I lock the car? And I'm sitting there thinking, I locked the car, of course I locked the car, why the hell wouldn't I lock the car? I always lock the car. But I don't remember locking the car. Did I lock the car? Then they call my name and I have to go in and see the dentist. And after about an hour's worth of torture, I come out, and again, of course I locked the car. I completely rationalized this in my head. I go to open the door, and it opens. I didn't lock the car! I look inside very quickly, my CDs are there, my phone's there. Thank God, I dodged a bullet. My faith in humanity is restored. I completely avoided a very obvious and easy crime. And I'm driving away, and a couple of blocks later, something is still not sitting right with me, and I couldn't figure it out. Then finally it hit me. Where's the baby? Ladies and gentlemen, by applause, I might ask, who here has given blood before? Who's given blood? You're all fantastic human beings. You're much better people than I ever could be. And it's not because I have a disease, probably. It's the questions. I don't like the questions. I don't think they have any business being as personal as they are. Is it their business who I've slept with, what kind of drugs I've done? If I go to donate a shirt to the Value Village people, you know, YMCA, I guess. I didn't mean to deny. But if I go to donate a shirt, nobody gives me a questionnaire about it. You know, is it their business when they go that much further and ask me questions like, you know, whose blood is this? Where did it come from? Why is it in a plastic shopping bag? I mean, your sign says you want blood donated. Here you go. Stop asking damn questions and give me a goddamn cookie. Because if you want to live to see tomorrow, the last thing you should do is stand between a fat guy and his cookie. Just saying. A little bit about myself. I am 42 years old. I've been married for 16 years. It feels like 50, but sometimes it's 8. But anyway, I have an 8-year-old daughter who's great. My wife is of native Canadian descent, and I'm of Scottish descent, which means that our child has a very rich cultural heritage, and we want to respect that. We want to teach her more about it. So to that end, we've already pre-enrolled her in AA. I had to do something. Her favorite colors are Johnny Walker Red and Black Blue Light, which is good because I can't afford Johnny Walker Blue. She's a really good kid though. She came home recently from school and said that they had an assembly at school about bullying and they taught them all about it. I said, did you pay close attention? She said, yes. I said, you know all about bullying? She said, yes. And I said, that's great. Now you'll be really good at it. And then she hit me. It's not just because I'm a proud father, but I'm pretty sure my daughter is special. And that I'm pretty sure that she is the cure for cancer. That would be really cool. No, the cure for depression, actually. And it's just because if I've had the horrible day, any of those days where the best thing that probably could happen is driving into the river, if I have one of those days and I'm just all miserable and just annoyed at everybody, I walk in that door at the end of the day, my daughter comes up and goes, Daddy! Comes up and gives me a great big warm hug. And all that filth and misery and crap from the day just kind of washes away. And it's replaced with a sense of euphoria and bliss. And that's fantastic. If I could somehow channel or bottle that sense of happiness and joy, I'd be very, very rich. My only problem, I have two problems really. First one is that I am not a chemist. The second is that no matter how hard I try, no matter what I do, I cannot fit her inside the juicer. When the sonographer first told my wife and I that we were going to have a daughter, this is about 4 or 5 months in to the pregnancy, I'm not one of those guys that are a girl. I just wanted to have a child. It was fantastic. This is great. I'm going to go take her to Star Trek movies. I'm looking forward to going to Comic-Con with her. This is fantastic. All the nerd stuff that we want to do. That's 99% of the brain. All the daddy-daughter stuff, things that we can do. That little 1% little reptile part of the brain is saying, shit. I'm going to have to kill a boy about 16 years from now. Oh, good. I'm not the only one to have that kind of light go on for me. That's fantastic. So to that end, I've already gone ahead to Home Depot and picked up all the garbage bags, the shovels, the saws, the duct tape. I think all the other fathers have done this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure. Okay, so I'm not the only psycho in the crowd. That's fantastic. Because the way I figure, if some little preppy douchebag has to go to die for defiling my little angel, I'm not going to jail for that. But you gotta Dexter that shit up a bit, is what I'm saying. That's important. My little while back, I came home from work one night. I was working very late one night, and I came home, and my wife tells me that our dog just kind of laid down on the landing and died. And thank you for not laughing at that part. And this is when it happens. She was old and sick apparently, so that's why I wrapped her up and sort of to put her outside. The next morning, my daughter comes downstairs and she says, "Where's Pepper?" She's looking for her. She's calling her, as she normally does in the morning. And I said, "Honey, I got to sit you down and tell you. It's, last night, Pepper passed away." And she's, okay, she's really thinking about this. We've had fish though, it wasn't that new a concept. I said, "Do you know what that means?" She said, "I think so." I said, "It means she's dead. She was old and sick, and she's dead now." I said, "Where is she?" Said, "Well, she's outside. I'm going to take her to the vet. We'll be taking care of that a little later." I said, "Okay." I said, "Do you have any questions?" He goes, thinks about it for a second. I said, "Yeah. Does this mean we can get a new puppy?" And I'm happy she bounced back, because it's a lot of grief and misery they have to deal with. But I'm concerned that when my time comes, she's going to be a little more enthusiastic than I would like. My wife will sit her down and say, "Dad passed away. Does this mean we can get a new daddy?" My wife will be, "Hell yeah, we can get a new daddy." But I want the next one to be thinner, richer, younger, and bigger. Never mind. Thanks a lot, everybody. You've been great.